class and today we will start with a new chapter.
The name of the chapter is Culture and Socialization, and today we will cover following topics: meaning of culture and characteristics of culture. First of all, we go through with the meaning of culture. Culture is man-made and perhaps as old as human society itself. Human, we know, is an intelligent animal and the only living creature who has the capacity to build his own culture. Culture is as important to the human being as his society. It is abstract as society, and hence this term is used quite vaguely sometimes. Whatever culture is, a student of sociology must understand that there is no such thing as an adult human who is uncultured. It is possible that some adults may be rude in behavior, but all human beings who live in society are endowed with culture. Thus, the notion of being cultured and being uncultured have little meaning for sociologists. We can say that the term culture is used to refer to the acquiring of refined taste in classical music, dance forms and paintings. Culture did not happen in 1 or 2 days. Man has gradually built his culture and he keeps on modifying it according to his need. And this refined taste was thought to distinguish people from the uncultured masses. If we talk about culture, it is a unique possession of man. Whereas the other animals live in a natural environment, the human being is brought up in a cultural environment. Whatever a human being acquires as an individual and a social being, it is his culture. In broad terms, it includes all walks of our life. That is the way we behave, the way we think, our morals, our values, ethics, manners, custom, religion, tradition, etc. all are a part of our culture. As a matter of fact, we represent our culture. We see individual, how he behaves, what are his norms, and we feel that this is the culture of that particular individual. In this way, he is upbringing in a society. Culture is all around us. It is so much a part of our everyday life, of our personality, that we tend to take it for granted. It is only when we come across someone who is quite different from us, maybe someone is more sophisticated or less sophisticated than us, or someone who speaks, thinks, dresses or behaves differently from us, we realize that something considerably more than human nature is responsible for the differences between us. Now we discuss about the major characteristics of culture. First of all, culture is learned. It means that the sum total of all learned behavior pattern is called culture. The individual learns the culture of a family and group in which he is born. Through language and symbols, he imbibes the element of his culture. The differences in culture show that different people are brought up in different ways. For example, one of the twin sisters is brought up in America and the other in India. Will have distinct differences in their behavior. That is the difference in the culture of both the countries. Next characteristic is that culture is transferable. We can say it is shared. Culture cannot only be learned, it can be transferred from one to another and from generation to generation. Man has language and symbols through which he communicates with others and transfer his culture from one generation to the other. For example, if one generation invent the computer, the next generation does not have to invent it all over again. New generation will have the knowledge from the previous generation. Next, we can say that culture is dynamic. It constantly changes and it makes each society and group unique or distinct. Next characteristic is that culture is the norm for the group. According to Murdoch, to a large extent, the group habits, which are the basis of culture, can be considered the norms of behavior. It means that culture is considered the norm in a group. That is why it is transferred from one generation to the other. Culture is the norm because it is adopted by the entire group. Next characteristic is culture is super individual and super organic. Culture is super individual in the sense that it is not dependent on any particular person or his behavior. It is the sum total of all behavior pattern in a society. So individual come and go, but culture goes on from generation to generation. On other hand, culture is super organic in the sense that culture defines, control and direct human lives. The individual cannot remain untouched by its influence. He has to move with the current of culture. Culture is super organic in another sense also, because it is not the outcome of only organic phenomena. Had that been so, then all animals would have their culture as well. The last characteristic is culture is a way of thinking, feeling and believing. It says that culture is related to the inner thoughts, feelings and beliefs of the people. They may be an idea or thoughts of one person, but once it gets shared by the whole group, it becomes the culture of the group or society and get transmitted down to the others. It is a reflection of our own inner self, which we express through language, art, dance, drama, religion, etc.
That's it with today's session. Hope you all understand that. If there is any kind of doubt, feel free to ask. Thank you.